Hi, everyone. It's Jessica. Today, I would like to share with you how I leverage Twitter to develop my personal learning network. My PLN means everything to me as it's how I connect with educators across the globe to share great ideas and tips and tricks, but also to challenge my thinking on teaching and learning, and honestly, to share our stories of success and struggle. So, Twitter, when you make your account at Twitter and get your settings set how you like them, how you prefer, you're brought to a homepage. And so, I will provide for you a list of teachers you could start following, a starter pack, if you will. And you're welcome to look at who I follow and consider them if you find that your interests, your future career paths are aligned with that individual. When you get to twitter.com, you can do some things like searching up by handle or even hashtag. So if you know that there's a conference going on or a hashtag keeps getting thrown around Twitter, you can check that out. So Global GEG is a group of educators across the world that mean a lot to me. And I can search for that hashtag. And these are all teachers who are committed to supporting other educators and talking about Google for education. And not just that, but also tools that play well with Google, like Flipgrid and Edpuzzle. And so they're all using the hashtag talking about EdTech, right? And so I can search for that hashtag and start looking for people who are aligned with Global GEG, or I can start reading the most recent tweets that used the hashtag Global GEG. And so some of these people, I'll read their tweets and I can certainly start following them. Or I can start retweeting, sharing, and responding back to them. So, for example, I can, Stephanie's tweet here, I can retweet it, meaning I'll share it out to my followers, which if you don't have any, you're not sharing it to anyone. So that will take time before you get ready to do that. You can also like it, favorite it, or I can respond back to her. If I would like to leave my own tweet, like tweet for my very first time, right? I can do that right on the top of the screen. I can add images, GIFs, emojis, etc. And so once you kind of get the hang of that, you might want to think about ramping up your efforts based on a different kind of tool you can use, because these searches don't really stick. Like, it remembers my most recent search, but many people would like for that search just to pop up, especially if you're at a conference, for example, or you're in a Twitter chat. That can be kind of problematic when those search terms don't stay visible. So I have a trick for that. I highly recommend that you take a look at TweetDeck. So the address is tweetdeck.twitter.com. What you're allowed to do here is when you authenticate it and connect it to your Twitter account, you then can make columns, and these columns are saved. So the first column for me is my home column. These are all the people that I follow that are currently tweeting. And it might be people, community organizations, government agencies, or say ed tech companies. So anytime they share something, their tweet would show up in this column. But then I was part of a book study not too long ago with Global GEG, and I didn't want to have to keep bringing that up on twitter.com. So I came over to TweetDeck, did a search for it, and it became its own column. Then I added other columns, like anytime someone may have liked a tweet that I shared or started following me. And then I have Flipgrid fever, no doubt. So I had searched for Flipgrid. Global GEG matters a lot to me. But then I also I thought, well, let's just search for Platteville. So not a hashtag, but anytime a particular word is mentioned. And then my last column is anytime I'm mentioned or replied back to. So to do that, you come over here, you can tweet. But if you'd like to search, you just simply do it in that blank. And then it sticks to your columns and you can always remove them later. So there's your crash course on how to use Twitter and TweetDeck to get started with using Twitter to maintain or develop your personal learning